Hey guys, welcome back. I have been gone for a couple months. My Samsung camera that you guys have constantly heard me complaining about with the autofocus issue finally died. Had a lot of problems with the shutter. The lens cover. It's got a two-piece system, and it kept binding. But what was happening is I'd try to do some videos, and it would pop up like you see here, right in the middle of recording, and then wouldn't stay down. So I ended up taking it apart, and I was able to get the shutter spring out of there so it would stop, the cover spring out so it would stop popping up. But in the process of putting it back together, somehow I screwed up the automatic focus mechanism, as if it needed any help being messed up. And the autofocus, keeps staying out of focus. So I ended up buying a new camera, and I ended up with a Sony. I have a CX240, which is pretty much bottom of the line. Anyway, so here I am, and I've been playing with the camera, and it's a little bit different, but it doesn't seem to have the autofocus problems that the Samsung did. And the replacement to mine, the FX90, which the only difference I could tell was that it did 1280 by 1024 instead of 1920 by 1080 instead of the 1280 by 720 or whatever. I don't know, all these different resolutions. Anywho, so I'm back, and now that this has been sitting on the bench for a couple of months, I am so sick of this radio. But what I wanted to show you guys, I've got all the tubes out. They're lined up over here. And I wanted to show you that with no tubes in it, I do have, the short does exist. So I'm going to go ahead and focus in on my ammeter here. I also bought a new tripod. I bought one with a pistol grip, although, unless you want to spend a lot of money on a tripod, almost as much as the camera, I'm not real fond of the pistol grip either, but anyhow. So, nice thing is that the new one will extend to 65 inches, and where the old one was only 48, I think. So I can kind of do an above view, but anywho. So, I'm connected up there. Radio is turned off. I'm going to turn the power on. As you can see, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm at 124 volts. So anyway, I'm going to turn the radio on, and you're going to immediately see it go up there to almost a half an amp. So that's with no tubes in it, and I had a couple of people take a look at it. Sorry, I'm just seeing how hot the resistor is getting. And nobody spotted anything out of the ordinary, and Dennis did his little video, like I said, it's sitting here with no tubes in it, and it's drawing 0.45, 0.46 amps. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Let that resistor cool down. The resistor has been touching some of the green wires, and when I've been poking around in there trying to check voltages, it's been melting the insulation on the wires. So I'm going to go ahead and put the tubes in. Although I pretty much decided I'm putting this away. I have a lot of other things to do, and this has been doing nothing but sitting on the bench collecting dust for the last couple months. So I'm just going to go ahead and test the voltages on the plates, just to, I think I did it before, but time has passed and I've slept several times since then. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I did some preliminary stuff. So I wrote down the pin numbers and wrote down what the voltages should be. Not all of the voltages were on the schematic, so I pulled voltages off of, I combined it with the 3812, although the problem with doing that is that the 3812 uses a transformer that puts out about 100 volts more. So all the voltages are high, or I should say that, well, yeah, I guess the voltages with an X next to them are the ones I pulled off of the 3812, just as kind of a reference. I do have a problem with the 75 tube. The voltages are too high. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn this on here in a minute, and I'll do some measurements because I want you guys to hear, especially if Dennis is listening, or watching I should say, the ticking noise. It is not the same ticking noise that I get on all my radios above 900 periodically, which, by the way, I might add, drives me nuts when I'm trying to listen to the radio. I have not figured out what around here is causing that ticking sound to come and go. I thought maybe it was the air conditioner, but it was coming and going while the air conditioner was running, and it was coming and going while it wasn't. Anyway, so we'll deal with that another time. But anyway, so I can only leave this on for so long before it starts to freak out. I'm assuming because things are starting to really overheat. But I want you to hear the ticking stops when I touch this to, well, it'll speed up when I touch it to the diodes on the 75, and it'll completely go away when I touch the grid on the 78, the grid cap, which, shoot, on the I'm looking up all these tubes. Anyway, so let me go ahead and turn this on, and that's going. Alright, so while that's warming up, so when I'll do the 41 again. So on the plate, which is here, turn the volume up, the ticking goes down. So the plate should be 145, and that's another thing that I'm coming across here. Every time I turn this on and off, I'm getting slightly different voltages. It's kind of irritating. But anyway, so the plate, I guess it's going to settle down, but it should go down to 145. And it should be 135, but it's running at 145. Grid 2, which is number 3 here, should be also at 145. And right now it's showing at 160, and when I just had this turned on a moment ago, it was 145. So this is kind of driving me nuts. Pin 4 should be at -8, and it's at, as you can see, and then there was no measurement for the cathode. Now 75, the plate, which is here, is supposed to be 65, and it's running, well, a minute ago it was running at 145. So the diode 1, as you can hear, it speeds up. Diodes 1 and 2 should be, it says -2.3, but that's from the 3812, and I'm running at -2, thereabouts. And as you can see, that touching the diodes speeds up the clicking sound. Now on the 78 tube, I should be getting 145 on the plate, which here, as you can hear, the clicking goes away. It was 145 the last time I turned it on 2 minutes ago. It's 160 now. Pin 3 should be 75, and I've got 14 volts. Pin 4 on the 3812 was 90, and I'm getting -1.3, so that's obviously kind of wrong. Now on the 6A7, the plate should be at 145, and right now it's 160. Again, 2 minutes ago it was 145. I should be getting 75 volts on the pin 3, which I have marked down as the screen, and I'm getting 14. So that's wrong. Pin 4 should be 145 volts, and again, a minute ago it was 145, so at least all of these are being consistent. There was no measurement for any of the other ones, and I'm getting kind of negative voltage, and they're all tied together. Anyway, I don't know why I would be getting... Oh, no, they're not, sorry. Okay, so that's where it is, but again, interestingly, when I touch the plate, the clicking goes away. So this is where I am on this, and I guess I'll go ahead and write these voltages down, and then I guess I'll send them off to Joe and see what he has to say, and then also if Dennis ends up watching, maybe he'll chime in. So I'm going to go ahead and write these down and end this for now, and I am going to set this aside because I have some other stuff to do, but I guess I can work on 2 things at once. I've done it before. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Okay, so this is an addendum on here. My short went away, and I don't know what I did to make the short go away. If you notice, suddenly I'm running where I'm supposed to be. So I am majorly confused at the moment. This is right now, this is where it should be. So, and I did nothing at all between the time I turned it on when everything was 145 volts and the time I turned it on with 160 volts. Nothing has changed except for I turned it off and on. So, I guess I'm going to pull my hair out now. Again, thank you for watching. Yeah. Radios. Thanks again.